Hey, I'm Nick Voulgaris and welcome to Kerber's farm. Today we're going to walk around the property a little bit and show you all the amazing animals that we have here. We have some chickens and ducks and pigs, goats, sheep. Come along with me and get to see everything that we have here. So we're sitting here in our pen where we keep our pigs and goats. I'm being assisted by JD, one of our most valued helpers here at the farm. He's also going to school to study to be a veterinarian. We have two miniature pot-bellied pigs who are really eager for a carrot. We also have two Nigerian dwarf goats. Now, what's really great about the pigs and goats, they can live in here in harmony. This is Holly right here, and Poppy is the one that's a little lighter in color. They're squealing for food. They're both about 1.5 years old. We got them as little babies. They were this big, and they used to run around this pen very quickly. They're a little slower now that they're bigger. And JD here brushes them with oil to keep their skin from getting too dry. You can see they've shed most of their hair for the summertime. Our pot-bellied pigs can live to, what is it, about 20 years or so? Yep. Although they're miniature, they can still range between 75 and 200 pounds. These guys here are probably around in the 60, 70 pound range right now. They love eating carrots. They're very, very smart. We try to be very sustainable. We feed them a lot of scraps from the kitchen. Being here on the farm with lots of people always walking around, they certainly do get a lot of treats. What are you saying? You want more food? I guess that's where the expression comes from, I'm eating like a pig. Our goats are about 1.5 years also. This is Crazy Daisy, we call her, because she just jumps around all the time. And Rosie, sweet Rosie, is up here behind me. She's very, very sweet and innocent. They're all sweet animals. We're really lucky to have them. And you can see she's very, very shiny, and we actually rub oil on her horns also to keep them hydrated. What's really neat about the goats is their slits in their eyes where they could sort of see all the way around on each side of their eyes, because instead of a round pupil, it's actually like a bar. And the goats too are very smart. They can be taught their names, they know when to come. They always come when there's food, of course. It's a cute story. When we first got them, they were separated with a gate in between the two pens. The first night that we did that, the following morning we came in and the goats had jumped the fence to be with the pigs all in one house, and they were all sleeping together. So we insulate their home in the wintertime with dog beds and dog bedding to keep them warm, and we put flaps on the front of the house in the winter. But they stay out here all year long and they love their pen. We think they have a really happy life here, so we're very happy to have them. So here we are in our duck pen. What's really neat about this property is all the discoveries that we made. Believe it or not, this house was not here, the pen was not here, and there was a huge overgrown bush. As we started clearing the property, we discovered this little pond, this old concrete pond that was probably built in the 50s or 60s. It was full of leaves and mud. But as soon as I saw it, I decided, let's clean it out, restore it and seal it, and make a little pen for ducks. We were able to rescue Cayuga ducks from upstate New York. We started with about 6 of them, and they come from the Finger Lakes region of upstate New York. They're beautiful green and blue, or some have white spots. We have about 15 ducks in total now. You can see a few of them right here, and there's many others roaming the property. If you just sit and listen to them, they make that little, not the quack, but the way they clean their beaks in the water. Makes this really sort of meditative noise, and you can sort of forget about the day and any of your problems when you're sitting on the benches here around the duck coop. But what's really great about the Cayuga ducks is not only do they help us by patrolling the farm for insects, eating mosquitoes and so forth, but they give us eggs. They lay eggs in this little duck house. During the day, the ducks are able to wander out. It's a free-range farm. We only put them in this pen at night so they're not eaten by any predators. So I'm gonna crawl in here. And under this little box that we built for the ducks to lay eggs, you'll see 5 or 6 beautiful dark gray duck eggs. And they have a really dark yolk. It's almost like a regular chicken egg, except the shell is thicker and the yolk is much richer and larger. But back here in the corner, the chickens have come in and they've laid their own eggs. We have these beautiful brown and light brown eggs that come from our chickens. So it's kind of neat that the chickens and ducks live in here in harmony, and the chickens feel comfortable coming into the duck house and laying their own eggs right alongside the duck eggs. And our team will come and collect them, and we sell them in our store. So further back on the property, we built this little bunny hutch. And you know, bunnies are a great animal to have if you're able to take care of them. We have 5 pet rabbits here at the farm. This one is Sunny. We call her Sunny because she's kind of like a sunflower with her little wisps of hair. She has a little mane here, which is really unique. People tend to get bunnies around Easter time and they think it's a great gift to a child on Easter, but then unfortunately they're not able to keep them. And And oftentimes the bunnies are just let to roam out in the wild, and they're already domesticated, so they really can't survive on their own. So that's one of the big things that we stress is not to adopt or buy a bunny unless you really plan on keeping them. And they do live a good 8 years or so. Some interesting facts about our bunnies is we've rescued all 5 of them. For whatever reason, just they naturally don't have an odor. And they also have teeth that constantly are growing, so they need to chew on different things. So we have a bunch of different enrichment pieces inside their pen that they can chew on, things inside their house, little structures set up around the pen that they're able to just constantly chew on to file down their teeth. We really enjoy having them, and we hope you come see them. Hi, guys. So this is the latest addition to Kerber's farm. These are 2 baby doll sheep. One is Maggie and one is Willie, a boy and a girl. They're about 4 months old, 5 months old. They are super sweet, and as you can see, just very, very gentle. They eat out of your hands. They make great companions. And I always wanted sheep, and we had this extra area here at the farm, which I thought would be a great open pen for them to walk around and have a nice life. We planted ryegrass here for them to eat and forage. And as you can see, they love their food. They're very hungry. They're gently starting to come out and engage with the public here, and you can pet them. And similar to the goats, they have the slot for their pupil where they can see on the sides. What's great is they have this really thick wool. We shear them once a year. We're going to use their wool as part of our school, and the kids will learn to help care for the animals and shear them and do a craft with their wool. And they're just the most gentle, sweet little creatures. So come down and visit them. So we're sitting back at the rear of the property here at Kerber's farm, next to one of our original chicken coops that dates back to the 1940s. This is one of Mr. Kerber's original chicken coops. Within it, we have about 200 laying hens. Kerber's farm is a cruelty-free farm where all of our hens are able to roam freely throughout the day, and we have them here for eggs. They give us a variety of different color eggs. We have Easter layers, which give us these beautiful blue eggs, brown eggs as well. And we raise these hens, the female chickens, from chicks every year. We get about 25 to 50 of them depending on availability, and raise them from babies. And they live for about 8 or 9 years, but they only produce eggs for about 5 years. So once they stop producing eggs here at the farm, they go into retirement, and we let them just live out their life, and they get to hang out and forage on bugs and little weeds that may grow up through the gravel. The chickens are part of our ecosystem here at Kerber's farm, where we feed them a lot of our scraps from the kitchen, the scraps from our vegetables and so forth. But we also feed them an organic feed, which is corn-free, and it produces a really high-quality organic egg. They really are a nice addition to the farm. I like to see them and hear them, and the customers certainly do. So we hope you come and visit our chickens here at Kerber's farm.